this down and let's bring this up. All right, so what's up, y'all? Man, if you did not watch that game, talking about the Boston Celtics versus the Heat game, epic game, right? If you were like me, you thought that Miami could get this thing cleared out because you just watched the Denver Nuggets beat the Lakers, which is going to be in a different video. I got a wild stance on that. Make sure you click on that. Make sure you watch that for sure. But let me just stick with stick with this one. So, what's what we're looking at? The difference. I want to start by this, saying this. The difference between Boston getting damn near swept and the Lakers getting swept is just one major point. The Boston Celtics are better than the Heat. They have a better roster than the Heat. They have better players than the Heat. They're just giving up, right? This is why I keep going back to the Ime Udoka, right? The coaching situation. He had them in lock and step, in rhythm, everything. When they got bad, he was the anchor. If you listen to the last game, he's like, it's on me, it's on me. You know what I'm saying? Like to this game today, when it was like do or die, you really saw them do their stuff, right? They didn't look like as stagnant as they usually would be. They had rotations, they had movement. So you could tell when they do what they're supposed to do that they're a better team. They just don't hoop like it. That's the only reason why I said there's no way that the Lakers beat the Nuggets, because the Nuggets were a better team than the Lakers without question. Without question, they're a better team. But the Heat are not a better team than the Celtics. They're not. There's just no way. I never saw it, but I'm gonna tell you what's crazy, right? And everybody's been talking about this lately. Everybody has been going over this stuff, right? And you've probably heard from a few different ones, right? Where is it at? The Heat have 9 undrafted players on their team. 9. So you've got to ask the question at this point: Is the league doing it wrong and just going over the one or two stars, or has the Heat been the one that's been doing it right the whole time? Because you got to think about something. When you have a team in the play, matter of fact, let's just go back to the regular season. In the regular season, you only play about maybe 12 players, probably 10 players. They got 9 undrafted. I believe they have about. I believe they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They have 5 people that are undrafted that are in the rotation for this season in the playoffs. Normally, people's teams are about 7 deep, 8 deep. That's about it. Unless you had a really, really deep team, you know what I'm saying? Let's say like the Nuggets. The Nuggets have a really deep team. They're probably going maybe, 8 to 9 deep. You know what I'm saying? Maybe 10, something like that. So for them to have 5 players in their rotation that are contributing, giving them minutes, giving them points. I mean, these guys, dude, some of these guys I've never heard of, and they're outscoring them. That's got to make you wonder, right? What is the league doing? I almost feel like this should be something that's addressed, because are they the only ones doing this? I'm not hearing anybody else that's killing the game with undrafted players. Like, what exactly is what? It's almost making me want to go back and look through the system that that the NBA has. It's making me want to look back and say, wait, how are all these people going undrafted? Um, I want to point out one of the guys real quick. Where is his name at? Is Vincent? I believe Vincent was on there. Gabe Vincent. Gabe Vincent looked like an all-star. How was he not drafted? Like I'm gonna do some deep dives on these guys and try to figure some of this stuff out. But I am hella confused. Caleb Martin looks like an all-star. He didn't get drafted. So it just makes you wonder, is the league effed up? Or or does the Heat or is the Heat doing it right? Cause you telling me no team got these guys? No team thought these guys could contribute? What is going on? I am baffled by this. Like, the more you look deep into this, you're like, hold on, fam. Something ain't right. Because when I look at that, yes, it's undrafted. Yes, like, these guys are playing basically chess. Everybody's playing checkers. But how are guys this good not even drafted or let me leave the drafted part alone. Let's say, why are they not picked up by these other teams even though they're not drafted? Why are they not picked up and put on these people's benches? I'm so confused. When I look at what the Lakers just went through in this last round, I'm like, you couldn't have used a Vincent or a Martin? Something is off about that. All right, so I'm gonna get to the next point. This particular game that I was watching, right? This last game, they won. Let me see what they won. They won 116-99. Great game. The Celtics are not gonna win this thing if they don't deny Jimmy Butler the ball. There is something that to be said on. Don't even let this man touch the ball. Pause. Don't even let him put his hands on it. Like, make him work so hard before he could even get it. I watched maybe 6 or 7 times when they let Jimmy Butler get so open to get the ball that he was able to run to the cup, do a dunk or do a fancy layup or make a play for somebody. I don't even understand how that's possible. The few times when they went on a run, Celtics did, was when they denied Jimmy Butler even getting the ball, and then that's where the rotation got out of whack. So I don't understand why this is like even, getting, like, why I even have to bring this up, but they got to deny Jimmy Butler the ball. Like, at the very least, make it tough for him to even get the ball. This man got 29 points. I'm going to tell you right now, half of his points was easy as hell. He just walked right up to the cup. Nobody's guarding him. So y'all got to do something with that. If y'all can contain Jimmy Butler, the game is damn near done, right? I'm going to go over the points real quick. Vincent had 17. Bio had 10. Love had 6. Struz had 9. You see what I'm saying? Martin had 16. You know what I'm saying? Like, in real quick, right? Vincent, 17. Martin, 16. Where's the other one at? Let me see. Strauss, 9. Those 3 are the undrafteds. So these games should be. I'm gonna be honest with you. If there's anybody have a chance to come back from a 3-0, it is the Celtics. They have a better team. They just gotta get their head up out of their ass and stop letting them take their lunch money. They literally took their lunch money the entire time. And so if you had these guys wake up and they do the simple stuff, deny Jimmy Butler the ball, right? Make your open shots, stuff like that. Get out of that funk. They can actually come back from a 3-0, 100%. Now, in a sense, it ends up setting it up to where, whoever's coming out of this one, if these guys are fighting this hard, it's going to be a blow. It's going to be a blowout. Oh, absolute blowout for when they meet with the Nuggets. But Yeah, I just wanted to bring that up because I thought that was so interesting. What is it that the league is doing that the Heat are not? It reminds me of back in the day when the Warriors were kind of light years ahead of everybody, quote unquote. Something is going on with this because I'm gonna tell you right now, if Jimmy Butler would have had another star with him, could you imagine? And I'm talking about like let's say a Damian Lillard with because remember I can make the case that this team would have been the exact same team with Damian Lillard. Right? Here's why. Because all these guys are undrafted. Nobody's even wanting to now these guys have a market now. 100%. It is you're not going to be able to keep them for the cheap this season after this season or depending on what their contracts look like. But I'm saying you could have got Damian Lillard and not giving away nothing because nobody's going to want an undrafted agent. Nobody. But man, could you have imagined that? Damian Lillard, Jimmy Butler, and then having all these guys to fill in. Oh my, you talking about crazy stuff. So yo, kudos to the Celtics. Jimmy, I mean JT getting it done. Jason Tatum had 33. White had 16. Brown had 17. Brown looked Brown is looking a little crazy out there to me. I don't know what's going on with Brown. Um, I think Brown is just done with the Celtics. If I had my money on it, Brown just don't want to be there no more. And another thing, I still feel like this, no matter what, no matter if they win or not. I still feel like you should never have fired Ime Udoka. I feel like it would have been a sweep on the other side. Celtics would have got them out of there if you still had Ime Udoka. One major key thing, right? When I always look back, if you go back and look at the series with who is that against Atlanta, they almost lost to Atlanta. Come on, man. Atlanta, no, man, no. Only one guy was doing it to you. No homo. Only one guy. So I'm sticking by that. If they lose, which I'm assuming they're gonna lose, it's gonna be really hard to beat them 3 games straight. It's gonna be hard, but like I said, if there's any team that I would put in a position to say it's possible, it is the Celtics. The Lakers could not do it. The only thing Lakers could do is maybe get 1 game, and that'd be it. The Celtics can do it because they have a better team. So we're gonna find out. I believe. What's his name? I believe. Where's he at? I believe Vincent landed on his ankle or had a weird landing. So he's probably going to end up not being in this next game, which means his 17 is gone. So if this could be a setup to where Boston could win the next 2-3 games and it could go to game 7. Literally, this game right here might have changed the whole series. So we're going to find out. Let me know how. Let me know if I'm going crazy with saying the fact that they didn't have Ime Udoka is the reason why all this turmoil is going on. And let me know what you think about Brown. Also, what do you think about this draft situation? Do you feel like the Heat are on to something, or do you feel like because it could be both. Do you feel like the NBA is doing something wrong? How do you have that many good undrafted players and nobody had a shot to could have took a crack at these guys? If I'm not mistaken, when you get an undrafted player, you don't have to get them nothing. Like it's like, hey, tryouts. So let me know about that. I'm really curious to see what you guys think about that part. I am so curious about that. All right, so hey man, have a good night.